Celebrity homes are under threat of being burned to the ground as a massive brush fire ignited Tuesday morning. Breaking news in Los Angeles, California right now, particularly in and near the Pacific Palisades area, a devastating wildfire is running rampant. Wildfires are becoming increasingly more common in this section of the United States. However, this particular fire is gaining a unique level of coverage due to the fact that many famous celebrities are also being directly affected by this tragedy. Of course, this is not to say that their losses are more tragic than those of the public just because we happen to know the names Ben Affleck and Tom Hanks, but those names certainly do command attention and get people talking. A photo recently went viral of Affleck driving through his neighborhood to his current home with what appeared to be a nervous look on his face, and you cannot blame him. When a fire of this magnitude is active or eventually extinguished, things called burn and damage reports are created. They basically clarify the areas affected and the unfortunate losses. Since this is a rapidly evolving situation, those have not been released yet, but the fires are being tracked on multiple sites. From there, celebrity news publications were able to deduce which famous homes are at risk. In addition to Affleck, residing in the Pacific Palisades are Tom Hanks and his wife, Bradley Cooper, Adam Sandler, Michael Keaton, Miles and Kaylee Teller, Jennifer Aniston, and Reese Witherspoon. It's unclear if they have been all forced to vacate yet. It is also worth noting that many celebrities own multiple properties, so there is a possibility that they are not even in the area at all or do have a safe secondary location to go to. Some celebrities that have confirmed that they have left their homes include Eugene Levy. The Schitt's Creek star shared that while he didn't see any flames, the smoke was very dark and intense. Actor James Woods unfortunately did have to evacuate. He released a statement on social media thanking well-wishers and explaining that his street was affected and he isn't sure about the current state of his home. Stars of the Hills, Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag have shared that they have also, unfortunately, lost their home. Just before leaving, they shared videos of the firefighters hard at work showing water drops on nearby areas. Mandy Moore has reassured fans that her family was able to safely evacuate, as did Mark Hamill. A museum opened by J. Paul Getty, the grandfather of the man that started Getty Images. Unfortunately, it did take some damage. Thankfully though, the museum's extensive collection of Greek and Roman art is safe. It was just the outlying vegetation that was affected, but that is no less scary. The situation as of right now remains uncontained. The brush fire is being helped by strong winds. It is quite serious. An evacuation order has been issued and over 30,000 people have begun the process of evacuating. The US President and Vice President have encouraged residents to listen to authorities and leave when instructed, as this Palisade fire is not the only one currently burning in the area. Two other fires are raging, the Eaton fire and the Hearst fire. All three are not contained and have burned over 6,000 acres of land between them. More than 1,400 firefighters are working very hard to contain the disaster. People are doing everything they can, and residents are expressing gratitude for the efforts of first responders, even though they recognize that there is only so much they can do. The community has come together to support those affected by opening support shelters and providing constant updates on safe routes of travel. Our hearts go out to everyone affected by this tragedy and hope that the firefighters and anyone else that may be fighting the fires remain as safe as possible and receive the support that they need.
Billy Crystal and wife Janice have confirmed they lost their Pacific Palisades home of 46 years. Their home has been destroyed by the deadly Los Angeles wildfires. Crystal said, "Words cannot describe the enormity of the devastation we are witnessing and experiencing. We ache for our friends and neighbors who have also lost their homes and businesses in this tragedy. Janice and I have lived in our home since 1979. We raised our children and grandchildren here. Every inch of our house was filled with love, beautiful memories that can't be taken away. We are heartbroken, of course, but with the love of our children and friends, we will get through this. We pray for the safety of the firefighters and first responders. The Pacific Palisades is a resilient community of amazing people, and we know in time it will rise again. It is our home." Leighton Meester and Adam Brody, who have been married for 10 years, confirmed they have also lost their Pacific Palisades home they share with their two children. Their house also fell victim to the wildfire spreading across California. Photographs obtained by a news outlet showcased the fire destroying the property. One of the photos showed flames coming out of what appeared to be the door of a garage in the mansion. Now, the devastating fire also blew off the roof of the house completely. The picture further displayed smoke spreading all over the area surrounding the actor's LA home. As of now, Brody and Meester nor any of their representatives have yet to share an update on their family's safety. The wildfire catastrophe took place less than 48 hours after the couple celebrated Brody's nomination in the Best Actor category for his performance in Nobody Wants This. Brody and Meester attended the 2025 Golden Globe Awards wearing different shades of green and were all smiles on the red carpet. The Gossip Girl alum even shared an Instagram carousel to give a glimpse of their public outing. To go from celebration to tragedy in a matter of hours is just devastating. I promise you, nobody would want this. Ricki Lake, famous television host and documentary filmmaker known for her hit talk show in the 90s, The Ricki Lake Show, is among those mourning the loss of their homes due to the fires. In a post on Instagram, she actually wrote, "It's all gone. I can't believe I am typing these words. After a valiant and brave effort by our friend and hero, we lost our home." She wrote that in a heartfelt caption accompanied by a carousel picture she took from happier times. She continued, "This description, dream home, doesn't suffice. It was our heaven on earth, the place where we planned to grow old together. We never took our heavenly spot on the bluff outlooking our beloved Malibu for granted, not even for a second. I shared our sunset views almost daily with all of you." She then added, "This loss is immeasurable. It's the spot where we got married 3 years ago. I grieve along with all those suffering during this apocalyptic event. Praying for all of my neighbors, my friends, my community, the animals, the firefighters, and first responders. More to share soon of how we escaped with Dolly and not much else. For now, I grieve." Paris Hilton has also fallen victim to the fires, with her beachfront Malibu home up in flames. In a social media post shared Wednesday, January 8th, the businesswoman and activist revealed that her SoCal home had burned down completely. She actually learned of the loss while watching it unfold on live television. Paris posted a video to Instagram of ABC News footage that showed the charred remains of her home and recalled some happy memories she and her family had there. She wrote, "Sitting with my family, watching the news, and seeing our home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV is something no one should ever have to experience. This home was where we built so many precious memories. It's where Phoenix took his first steps and where we dreamed of building a lifetime of memories with London, her daughter. While the loss is overwhelming, I'm holding on to gratitude that my family is safe. My heart and prayers are going out to every family affected by these fires." According to the reality television star and model, although the loss is very overwhelming, she said she was thankful that her family is just safe. Hilton then announced that her 11/11 media impact team had already begun contacting nonprofit organizations to find ways to help those affected within the community and surrounding areas. She wrote, "We're committed to offering help as soon as possible and making a meaningful difference for those who need it most." Anna Faris has confirmed that she lost her Pacific Palisades home where she lived with her family. Her home has burned down, but she and her family are unharmed. A representative for the Just Friends actress said Anna and her family are safe and very grateful. The star is just one of the tens of thousands of LA area residents who have been impacted by the fires, which continue to spread as of Wednesday evening, with the Palisades fire now being declared the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles County, according to the Associated Press. Jennifer Grey, known famously for her iconic role as Frances' baby husband in the hit 1987 movie Dirty Dancing, has sadly also fallen victim to this horrendous tragedy. Jennifer's daughter, Stella Gregg, announced on her Instagram stories that the actress's home was burnt to the ground. She assured followers her mom and her dog Winnie were safe and encouraged everyone to give your loved ones an extra squeeze today. Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag, in a harrowing video posted on TikTok, revealed that their home was among those burned down. Spencer can be heard saying, "Oh wow, it's back there," while showing his followers an image of the blaze over the top of a fence. He added as the fire moved closer, "For real, let's go." The father of two captioned the video, "Nightmare came true." His wife Heidi Montag posted a follow-up TikTok in which she confirmed the loss of their home and thanked fans for prayers and thoughts, saying, "Thank God we are safe. It's just no words." Later that day, Pratt shared a photo from what remained of his home with a note of hope saying, "The one positive sign I saw as our house burned down was our son's bed burned in the shape of a heart. A sign of how much love was in this house. So thankful for all the years and memories there with our family." Spencer had previously shared a clip showing the fire in the distance, telling the camera, "We got a fire going on behind the house here. Say a prayer for the Palisades here. There's the town. There's the fire." He added, showing how close it was. The reality star pointed out a helicopter asking, "Where are the airplanes that dropped the water? That's pretty black smoke. Should go home and start packing up the house." Eugene Levy is was also on the list of celebrities whose home has been affected by the fires. The Schitt's Creek star told the LA Times that he found himself stuck by black and intense smoke over Temskill Canyon as he tried to leave his home. The actor added, "I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark." His son, Dan Levy, posted to his Instagram stories saying, "Heartbroken for my family, my friends, and the people of LA affected by these catastrophic fires." Levy had reportedly purchased his property back in 2006 for a relatively modest $3.9 million. Despite being small by celebrity standards, the home still boasted lovely touches like tasteful trees and shrubs, but all of that has been reduced to a pile of smoldering rubble now. It is reported his much larger property is actually in Toronto, and his Pacific Palisades home was apparently primarily used when he was filming projects around LA. Miles Teller and wife Kelly Tyler also lost their dream home in Pacific Palisades, which they just bought for $7.5 million as a result of the wildfire. The purchase came just after a year of the film's massive success, marking a significant milestone in Teller's rising career. The home boasts 5 spacious bedrooms and 7 bathrooms, catering to both privacy and functionality. Now, sadly, a photo showed the Top Gun star's property completely burned to the ground, with only materials from its foundation remaining. Despite other celebrities being quite outspoken about their homes being lost, Miles has remained silent for now, and honestly, I don't blame him. A lot of shock and sadness sometimes just creates silence. The out-of-control wildfire, which has burned through more than 1,200 acres in Pacific Palisades, which housed many celebrity residents, sparked local evacuations. It's also reported that the Palisades fire is the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles County.
Miles Teller and Keeley lost their $7.5 million home. Keeley wrote on social media, "Pacific Palisades, I love you beyond measure. You are a little slice of heaven. We will come back stronger than ever. If you're in the LA area, please get out if you can. I wish I grabbed my wedding dress. Wish I did a lot differently, but it doesn't matter. Stay safe." John Goodman, the legendary actor from shows like Roseanne. Well, it looks like his beautiful home in the Pacific Palisades has been completely destroyed by the wildfires. I mean, the pictures are devastating. Not a single room left standing. Even the swimming pool is just gone. It's a real reminder of the power of these fires. Also, make sure you guys let us know if we missed any on this list and if you have been impacted by the wildfires. Make sure to stay safe and evacuate if you are in the evacuation zones. A massive shout out to all the firefighters who are currently risking their lives to try and put out the fire. Paris Hilton, she had to go back and see what was left of her Malibu mansion after those devastating wildfires. Heartbreaking, right? Apparently she watched the whole thing unfold on live TV. Talk about terrifying. This was no ordinary house, folks. We're talking about an $8.4 million mansion with stunning ocean views. Now it's just a pile of ashes. It's a real reminder of the incredible power of these wildfires. Milo Ventimiglia, from This Is Us, he lost his Malibu home in the wildfires, and let me tell you, it's devastating. He and his wife, Jara, were expecting their first child, one. They were getting the nursery ready, the crib was set up, and then the fires destroyed everything. One fan wrote on X, "Life imitates art in the worst possible way, once for Jack Pearson and once for Milo Ventimiglia." It's truly heartbreaking. As someone who watched every episode of This Is Us and cried through it, it's incredibly sad to learn that both Milo and Mandy Moore, his co-star, have lost their homes in these fires. Okay, this is just heartbreaking. Bella Hadid. She posted this photo on her Instagram stories, and it's just devastating. It shows her mom's old house, the iconic Malibu mansion where she and Gigi grew up. It's completely engulfed in flames. We all remember seeing that house on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, right? Yolanda, she used to show it off all the time. Now it's just gone. It's a real reminder of how powerful these wildfires are. JJ Redick, the Lakers coach, has lost his home in the Pacific Palisades wildfires. He spoke to reporters today, and let me tell you, he was clearly shaken. He said, "I was not prepared for what I saw. It's complete devastation and destruction." He even said he hasn't wept or wailed like that in several years. Man, that just hits you right in the gut. Mario Lopez, the host of Extra, posted some wild photos and videos on Instagram today. Turns out a massive chunk of his backyard just fell off. Apparently, there was a torrential rainstorm and the hillside just gave way. He's got this huge gaping hole where his backyard used to be, and the street below is completely blocked. He even joked about it, calling his house Casa Lopez is Wounded. Can you imagine? Talk about a wild day. Anthony Hopkins. He shared a message of hope and resilience. He wrote on Instagram, "As we all struggle to heal from the devastation of these fires, it's important we remember that the only thing we take with us is the love we give." That's incredibly moving, isn't it? A powerful reminder from a true legend. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, they had to evacuate their $17.5 million Beverly Hills mansion because of the wildfires. Can you imagine? They had to pack up their 4 kids, Luna, Miles, Esty, and Ren, and grab their pets and just get out of there. She shared some videos from a hotel room, and you can tell they're shaken up. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend sitting on hotel beds, waiting to hear if their home is still standing. They had to evacuate their mansion because of the wildfires, and they're just waiting, hoping for the best. She even shared some clips on her Instagram story of their bearded dragon, Sebastian. They couldn't leave him behind. Mel Gibson, he was filming with Joe Rogan in Austin, Texas, when he got the news that his Malibu mansion, the $14.5 million one, had burned down in the wildfires. Can you imagine? He was just sitting there talking to Rogan, and he finds out his home is gone. He said on News Nation that he was devastated, that he just kept wondering if anything was left. It's a powerful reminder of how quickly these fires can destroy everything. He also said, obviously it's kind of devastating. It's emotional. Can you imagine? He was filming, and he knew his neighborhood was on fire, so he was just sitting there thinking, I wonder if my place is still there. And then he gets home, and it's gone. He even joked, well, at least I haven't got any of those pesky plumbing problems anymore. Mel Gibson went on to say, I had a lot of personal things there that, I can't get back, all kinds of stuff, everything from photographs to files to, just personal things that I had from over the years, and clothing. These are only things. The good news is that those in my family and those I love are all well, and we're all happy and healthy and out of harm's way. That's all I can care about, really. Barbara Corcoran, the real estate mogul from Shark Tank, she lost her home in the Pacific Palisades wildfires. These fires have been raging through Los Angeles all week, and they've just been absolutely devastating. It looks like Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, from Gossip Girl, their home in Pacific Palisades, it's completely gone. I mean, the pictures are devastating. The roof is gone, flames were ripping through the house, the windows are smashed. It's just a total loss. Can you imagine? It's a real reminder of the power of these wildfires. Mandy Moore. She was slammed online after she shared a GoFundMe to help her family who lost their homes in the LA wildfires. Can you believe it? People were actually criticizing her for asking for help. Well, let me tell you, Mandy did not hold back. She basically told those critics to F off on social media. Look, I get it. These are tough times. But criticizing someone who is already going through a difficult situation, that's just wrong. They just lost their home, and people are criticizing her for asking for help? It's ridiculous. She said, of course we are. Our buddy Matt started this GoFundMe, and I'm sharing because people have asked how they can help them. We just lost most of our life in a fire, too. Kindly F off. No one is forcing you to do anything. And let's not forget, she has a net worth of $14 million. But that doesn't mean her family doesn't deserve support. They just lost everything, including their home, just weeks before their first child is due. It's a heartbreaking situation. John C. Reilly, the actor probably best known for his role in Step Brothers, his home in Altadena, California was completely destroyed in the wildfires. I mean, the pictures are heartbreaking. It's just a pile of ashes. He bought that house back in 2004, a beautiful 2,620 square foot place. Now, it's gone. Eugene Levy, the legendary actor from Schitt's Creek. He lost his home in the Pacific Palisades wildfires. He told the Los Angeles Times that he was stuck in traffic trying to evacuate when the fires were raging. He bought that property back in 2006 for $3.9 million. Not too shabby, right? It was a beautiful place, 2 stories, 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. The classic California style. It was built back in 1950, and it had this really elegant set of steps leading up to the front door. You can just picture him coming home to that house after a long day on set. Now, it's gone. Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars, she posted a video on Instagram and she's freaking out. There's a fire right by her house in the Hollywood Hills. She's saying, there is a fire right by my house. We're with friends, but anybody that's in the Hollywood Hills, I've just been having this intuitive feeling that we're in a bowl of how everything is surrounding Hollywood, and now this is at the center of Hollywood. She's urging everyone to evacuate immediately. Go, 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 right now. Brad Paisley, the country music star. He lost his home in the Pacific Palisades wildfires. One, he shared an emotional post on Instagram, remembering it as the first home he bought with his wife, Kimberly.